okay, I promised you some clips from President Obama's speech last night. I think that there were so many just absolutely brilliant things that he said. One of the, this is clip number 3, Danielle, one of the things that haunted me after the speech, that I was thinking about as I went to sleep, was this clip from President Obama where he's talking about a painting. Well, I'll let him tell the story. Here it is.
It's the painting I keep in my private office. A big-eyed green owl with blue wings, made by a 7-year-old girl who was taken from us in Newtown. Given to me by her parents so I wouldn't forget. A reminder of all the parents who have turned their grief into action.
Absolutely, wow. So that was pretty impressive. Another one was where he was talking about democracy is not a spectator sport, actually. Let me provide you this in context. This is clip number 4. This is President Obama talking about, well, he's kind of channeling his inner, I don't know, Bernie or Thom Hartmann or something. But anyhow, here's President Obama, clip number 4.
Hillary Clinton is that woman in the arena. She's been there for us, even if we haven't always noticed. And if you're serious about our democracy, you can't afford to stay home just because she might not align with you on every issue. You've got to get in the arena with her, because democracy isn't a spectator sport. America isn't about, yes, he will. It's about, yes, we can. And we're going to carry Hillary to victory this fall because that's what the moment demands.
Democracy is not a spectator sport. I love it. Twitter, my Twitter feed exploded last night with people going, hey, where have I heard that before? So I keep saying, I know that I know for a fact that on occasion they have listened to this program at the White House, sometimes with happiness and sometimes with chagrin. But I'm very, it's a great line. It's not unique to me. Bernie has said it. I've said it. I've been saying it for 13 years to end my show every day. And it's just a great line. And it's also true. And I, in all probability, did not originate this and burn. Yeah, I'm guessing this has been around for a long time. There are 4 clips we don't have time for right now. I want to get into in probably the next hour of President Obama, where he talks about values that I think are really, really consequential. But clip number 1, Daniel, this is President Obama talking about Republicans. I was just talking about how Donald Trump, in calling for a foreign country to hack our servers, is basically saying, and this is the problem Trump has had all along, he's basically saying out loud what Republicans have always done quietly, right? Republicans, we got Lee Atwater saying, you don't use the N-word. Talk about forced busing back in the 70s and 80s. And then, by the 90s, you didn't even have to talk about forced busing. You could just say, we need to cut taxes and reduce the size of government, and everybody understood that that meant stop any kind of program that's going to help those people of color. And he said, and that's a hell of a lot more subtle than using the N-word. Only he actually used the N-word when he said it. So, Republicans, this is like, the main outrage of the mainstream Republicans, the Mitch McConnells and the Paul Ryans of the world, is not that Donald Trump is saying this stuff. Because this has been how the Republican Party has been rolling for 40 years, 50 years. It's that he's saying it out loud bluntly. And here's President Obama speaking to that. This is clip number 1.
Look, we Democrats have always had plenty of differences with the Republican Party. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's precisely this contest of ideas that pushes our country forward. But what we heard in Cleveland last week wasn't particularly Republican. And it sure wasn't conservative. What we heard was a deeply pessimistic vision of a country where we turn against each other and turn away from the rest of the world. There were no serious solutions to pressing problems. just the fanning of resentment and blame and anger and hate. And that is not the America I know.
There you go. Well, respectfully, Mr. President, that is the Republican way. As John Nichols pointed out in a brilliant article that was over at Common Dreams a couple days ago, and I'm guessing it's probably still up on their website, Donald Trump, in his acceptance speech last Thursday, was lifting paragraphs. Now, they were rewritten enough that nobody would call it plagiarism, but was lifting paragraphs from Richard Nixon's 1968 acceptance speech when he talked about law and order. Our cities are in flames. People are out, the thugs are out there rioting, right? It was all in code. And Trump doesn't talk in code, which infuriates the Republicans. But Nixon did the exact same thing, and it won him the White House. This is serious stuff, my friends. This is very serious stuff.
To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.